What is going on, guys? So today I want to be talking about the helium miner updates and why it might not really be worth it anymore, to be honest with you. First off, I want to apologize. I'm decently sick right now, but nonetheless, let's get this video. So helium mining was very profitable, right? Especially if you bought it super early and then you had yours arrive in like March and June and all of that, right? You could be racking up to like $50, $100 plus days, which was a great return considering with everything they basically cost you under $600. But obviously, as more and more started getting out there and all of that stuff, obviously the profitability becomes less. Yes, you want it to surround yourself, but you also don't want 10 miners in the same square, and you also don't want one without anything around it. So when I first set mine up in my house here, basically there was one other one. It was doing good. It started off slow, but then it started expanding as we got 2 more blocks around us. So that was in bringing 20 to 30 a day, which basically was the entire cost of the miner plus then some in a month. Recently, last month, I said their support forever to respond. They did finally respond, and their solution was just like, yeah, do Ethernet. I'm like, you guys are not helpful whatsoever, right? So that's kind of that. The kind of places I have in Germany right now are not too saturated, so I will be up there next month setting those up, just because it's, again, I was born in a super small town, so it's kind of mainly retired people, and then, a couple of grandkids, but besides that, really not much. So yeah, I want to see how that goes. If not, again, I can resell them. But right now, basically, my helium miners, right, have been making roughly $10 to $50 a day. So I basically calculated that each one would make me about $300 a month, right? With the 8 I bought, and then the 4 I sold, I would have had 4, which then basically means, obviously, right, 4 times 300, $1,200 a month, which is great. Now, it has started decreasing. So I used to literally downgrade it because I just like downgrading and being safe and secure with my monthly payments. Because if I'm like, hey, I put $300 in that I made this month on per miner, right? But then it's like, I'm like, bet I have $300 to spend or invest or whatever. But then it's like, but this one only actually made 100. I'm like, great, now I gotta find somewhere from something else to put the $200 so that way my budget stays up to date. Here's the thing. It's not making $10 to $15 a day anymore. It is now downgraded. I've checked the past couple of days, and now on average, I'm earning $6 to $9 per day. So basically, I downgraded it, and I had to slice it in half. So now my monthly profit per miner is $150. And I'm not a fan of that, to be honest. And when it gets to the point of where it's below $5, I will be selling it because it is starting to get more and more saturated. One of the places in Utah, it has currently 10 miners in the square. It's still doing decently well. But last time I was literally up there about a month ago, and there were 4. Now there's 10. So again, I'm just not a fan of having all of that. So yeah, right now I can still resell them, but also throughout time, people are going to be getting more and more. Because helium, people didn't really start ordering, the rest of the people started ordering right around August, September time, which means if it stays up to date, it should be arriving January to March, which isn't great because at that point I can basically expect my profits to keep being cut. So by between January and March, I will be finding out if I then just resell them basically for the original price or a little bit more, since again, they're no longer new. Which isn't too big of a deal, to be honest. So, or keep them, and $150 a month still is not bad, right? That's basically 4 months to break even, and then every month you still have more, and then with the other 2 in Germany, I would be up to 6, right? So again, that's basically $900 a month that I could have. But again, it's a lot less than literally 4 bringing in $1,200, and then 6 basically bringing in $1,500. So that's kind of the update on helium. So that's kind of what I'm looking out for. So yeah, the couple of things bug me, right? It's getting saturated. And yes, again, you can be like, but the price is going to increase, price is down a little bit. Yes, that is true. But basically the price would have to break $100 for me to be making the exact same profit that I was making when the price was at $30. And I gamble, I do, on roulette and blackjack, and that's just because I'm a math person, so I don't really lose. But I don't like gambling on stuff like that, right? Because why? If I can foresee it coming up just a little bit, I can make sure I sell it for at least what I bought it at, take the couple of grand that I made in profits, call it a good day, and look for another investment. If not, why would I take the chance to basically cut into my profits? That's what happens. Same thing with people in the stock market. They take profits too late, and then they start hating themselves. And I don't want to, I kind of like liking myself. I don't really want to hate myself. So that's kind of my game plan with healer miners. So currently right now, it's still worth it. However, again, I do think starting in the first quarter of next year, by the end of that, it really will no longer be. So I'm just keeping an eye on it. And yeah, a lot of them also keep having problems. And it's actually starting to really annoy me because they don't have a good support team. So that's just kind of my insights on healer mining and maybe a different perspective for you guys instead of everyone saying buy, buy, buy. So again, yes, that's my viewpoint. If you guys, again, want to get one, you still can, obviously, right? You can head over to Bobcat Miner 300. But yeah, so I've actually, been dealing more with the SC200 miners, the KD5 miner, the Gold Shell ASIC miners. So, I don't have problems taking the profits and the resells from the Bobcat and putting it into another SC, putting it into an ETH or LTC miner. So that's kind of what I've been looking at. But yeah, that's just kind of what I've been doing. If you guys enjoyed the video, again, if you did, don't forget to like, comment, and sub. And I will see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace out, guys.